What are your views on crypto versus precious metals, as well as Bitcoin versus gold? Cryptocurrencies and blockchain, the technology that powers it, if you like,
Hmm.
it's such a hot topic in the press at the moment. But so many people they can't really differentiate between what is blockchain, what is Bitcoin. I mean, what are your views? Is cryptocurrency something that you might invest in or suggest to our audience that they should invest in?
So, Eric, I'll just share my opinion, my thoughts, and hopefully people can use that and factor it into their decision making. And that's a lot that you just put out there to unpack.
Yeah.
So I'll take one thing: are cryptocurrencies slash Bitcoin a substitute for gold? The first answer out of the box is absolutely not. They're actually completely different. People think there's a commonality, and only in the sense that gold is kind of considered not a mainstream favorite, and you would say maybe the same for crypto. But after that, that's kind of it. I mean, one exists in cyberspace in a purely electronic form, and the other's physical. You could drop on your foot and break your toe, and that's not to be taken lightly. I mean, and one has a 5,000-year track record, and the other has a several years. So, let's just say they're two completely opposite things, and one is not a substitute for the other. Now let's kind of move more into this extremely hot topic of cryptocurrency. You said an important thing that I've been emphatic about. There's a lot of people that say they understand technology only because they're users of technology, but I don't think they really understand the underlying platforms and code and all that. And they conflate cryptocurrency with blockchain, right? Here's an analogy I think has been very helpful. Blockchain is the platform. The digital currency is a product that uses that platform. They're not the same thing. So the viability of blockchain is separate from the viability of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. An analogy is the internet and a company that uses the internet for their business model, right? They're separate, right? So like back in 2001 when they had the tech wreck, a lot of companies whose stocks got bid up because they said they had a model that was going to use the internet, and the internet was really, coming into its own at the time, all because the tech wreck came and a lot of those companies disappeared because their model was not sustainable, didn't make the internet invalid. The internet is bigger than it's ever been. But, here we had companies like pets.com, which were just ridiculous, that were going to become online pet stores, models that didn't work, and they got wiped away, and rightly so. So it's kind of the same thing, right? Don't validate one by the validity of the other. Blockchain is here to stay. It's a powerful technology. It is still in its early years. It's going to manifest itself a lot of different ways. There's going to be, companies that just use blockchain for internal processes and, as far as for record keeping and contracts and such. And it's a technology that cryptocurrencies can use. Now moving to cryptocurrency, I think cryptocurrency is going to be around. I think that I think it's going to go in a direction that some people don't believe it will go into. I think it's going to be very tough to keep it in a purely private way outside the controls of government. That's going to be a war that we're going to have to see how it plays out. I also think that Bitcoin is a little confused, or people are confused. Is it a speculative asset or investment, or is it a currency?
Sure.
Because if you're running a business, Bitcoin doesn't work. I mean, if we took Bitcoin for the sale of gold, precious metals, and then Bitcoin drops, and it drops, the swings are wide, we could get wiped out of business. So a real currency has got stability to it. And right now, Bitcoin doesn't perform that way. So is it going to be a speculative investment or a currency? It needs to figure that out.